Welcome back to Stellaris, where in the last episode we've seen the rise of a marauder empire in the Dethakan Horde over here. We've started to fight back against them a little bit, but I've taken a look at all the research that we've done, and we could seriously upgrade our ships, so I think we're just gonna hold here for now.
Improved.
And then we're gonna pull out for some upgrades. I've already sent some of the smaller groups ahead so that they can get started upgrading. So we don't really have new guns, though apparently by the time we get back there we might actually have new guns as well, but well, let's see. But we do have new armor and shields and some other pretty important details, so I'd rather have them upgrade before we take a look at what's happening on the other side of that wormhole, which is probably gonna be bad. Also, we've managed to get through regenerative hull tissue technology just by taking a look at Rex and never really researching it, so we must have gone through Rex, including that about 10 times, which is a bit hilarious, but it's totally fine. But now you don't have anything to do, so take a look at that wormhole while the fleet is still there. Alright, aside from that, there's not much that we want to do right now. Could do a deep space black site here. Also, we got citadels now, which we could sink some more of our alloys into. But we could also just use the alloys for ships instead, so we're just gonna upgrade our two major strong points first. And then probably we need to sell less of that, but I really like the energy that we get out of that, because we do need that energy. There's no denying that.
Our science ship is under attack.
What the? We still have forces there. Right. Still got attacked first. Well, it managed to take a look at the wormhole first, though. So at least we got that. So it leads us here. Right. Okay, I guess that is our cue to leave then. Let's all head back to Terrell. These guys are already on the move and are gonna be the first ones to upgrade. But the rest is going to follow. And then with the upgrades, we probably have a pretty decent fighting chance against whatever's on the other side. Probably at some point the Khan too. So yeah, we should probably prepare as best as we can for that. You need 2 more ships as well, which I think we can just throw in right now. You're continuously losing destroyers.
We have mastered a new technology. Construction complete.
Also paying much more energy than normally because our fleets are not back in their home bases, where they have reduced costs, but out in the field, which is also probably a reason for why we currently have energy issues. Also, you guys should consider moving out, because there is someone moving about. I'm not entirely sure where they want to go. And you should definitely not be where they want to go. And they're the
Construction
chosen
complete.
of the Great Khan, of course. He sends the Khan forces themselves.
Construction complete.
Sure, why the hell not?
We have mastered a new technology. Construction complete.
Well, a decade ago we pledged support. Are we going to continue doing it? It's a deal, I guess.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Right, next you're gonna be upgrading those. And those guys as well. And we have to push them all the way back again.
System survey complete. We have mastered
Maybe
a
moving
new
out was not,
technology.
was not the right call. But fighting against the chosen of the Khan with the ships that we had would have been doable but painful.
We have mastered a new technology.
What the hell? You have a max price? We haven't set a max price for anything. But I guess I can just remove that, but then our energy resources are really going to plummet.
Xeno mongrels have declared war on each other.
I guess it's because we kind of don't have enough alloys at the moment that we were planning on selling. I guess that's the actual issue. Well, at least the chosen of the Khan have left the scene again. We'll be back, buddies. Don't worry. We're gonna get that territory back in a second. We just need to make some emergency repairs here. Okay, did we have open borders at some point? Didn't think we did.
Construction complete. We have mastered a new technology.
Well, our combat power has gone up significantly with the new armor and shield
System
upgrades.
survey complete.
So it's definitely worth it. Oh, why not? I can't evade with these ships anymore, though. Damn it. The dimensional horror there that we can't go to. Also, there's some shit here that we can't go to. I didn't entirely think this through, did I? I wouldn't have imagined them expanding to this specific
Our
system
ships
that
have been
quickly.
upgraded.
That was kind of not what I kind of thought would happen. But let's head back here. You can join us in a moment.
Evasive maneuvers initiated.
To where?
Evasive maneuvers initiated. We have mastered a new technology.
Yeah, you're
Evasive
pretty
maneuvers
safe there.
initiated.
Can we just not have
Evasive
that?
maneuvers initiated.
Guys, passive. You're fine where you are. The station can't reach you unless they send ships to wipe you out. You're still good. Everything's fine. Cavalry is on its way. Damn, they really brought in a lot of construction ships. Only they really don't have better shit to do.
We have mastered a new technology.
Alright, that I guess. Also, we need to really start selling alloys again, because all of our shit is plummeting now. So let's see. Well, that looks a lot better, thank you. Alright, now we can also build research institutes here, which gives our research labs a significant boost. Also need to build by modes at some point.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Alright, you also upgraded. And you can also join
We
your
have
buddies over
mastered
here.
a new technology.
How did you get here so fast? Oh, you have gale speed. Alright, I'll take that question back. Now the Lurite unit is building a fort here. Well, we're not gonna defend that. And as I said, we need moats and that. Alright, lost more destroyers, but kinda can't be avoided, I think. And it's part of the reason why I want to replace them long term.
Technology.
You can't land here now because we rebuilt that base! Ha ha ha! See you later, alligator. He was just about to send some ground forces to retake that planet, but now we've taken care of that star base, the new one was built, and now they can't land because ground forces can't land until the star base has been cleared. Well, that's too bad, man. Alright, let's take these guys out. Alright, let's donate for some more influence, thank you. Yes, we could sell 10 more, but then we're really getting to a point where I'm getting really uncomfortable with the whole situation there. But we can also do that, and production targets.
Construction complete.
Well, there comes
Construction complete.
reinforcements. Let's just take a position here. The death of the greater Khan. Oh, that was the bloody Khan again, man. Great Khan Shinokozosa is dead. After Armada met with his defeat a second time in the Tharm system, the Great Khan made no attempt to escape a flagship when it was destroyed in the battle by the divine Panuri Empire. With a beloved leader gone, a vicious power struggle has erupted in the Thakan Horde. The Great Khan's warlords are now fighting each other for control of the Empire. Remains to be seen who will emerge on top. We need to take out the rest of them around here really quickly. While there's still a Horde, because that's gonna change very soon. I mean, the attacks will also cease, but and we'll recover the throne. Great.
We have mastered a new technology.
They've made quite an empire for themselves. Oh. There's not much I can do about it now, but it's always a little bit random if you randomly decide to fight against the Khan and then just, if you defeat... I mean, you can't just run away from it or try to avoid it because it's one of the most powerful fleets and all that, so...
We have mastered a new technology.
Did someone go through the wormhole? Actually, someone did go through the wormhole. Guys, you and following orders to the letter, we don't have that quite down yet. But since we're here, let's announce ourselves. Like two separate groups, you go here, and the battleship dudes go over here. Such a shame. Against the odds, the Thakan Horde has managed to weather the turmoil that followed in the wake of the death of the Great Khan. The immediate threat of splintering into different successor states has been largely eliminated with the coronation of a new Khan. But now, this reborn Thakan Khanate seems much more concerned with the consolidation of the territory it already controls than making new conquests. Well, they're probably still a pretty powerful empire at this point. But I guess we can just head back home at this point. Well, our job is kinda done. Well, they still have a pathetic economic power, but they do have pretty decent technology level because they inherited that from the Khanate, so they are going to be one of the major powers in the near future. But, well, at least they're not the crazy invading Khan state anymore. I guess we managed to at least we managed to at least deal with that, but it does seem like hardly a consolation. So, we can also take care of these energy clouds over there. Probably after doing a cloud study. Also, we should be breaching the shroud at some point. We've had that sitting around for quite a while. Some of the comments might have been shouting, you know, but sometimes you just forget you have something there. Alright,
Special product complete.
Void clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once our astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of the void clouds everywhere. Formed at the dawn of creation, they stood watch as stars were lit and young planets formed. Now they drift, quasi-conscious agglomerations of inanimate matter from the earliest hours of time itself, afloat between dying stars and breaking worlds. They're a constant reminder that we're but small parts of something greater. Well, humbling. Gonna take those guys out anyway, though. After repairs are done, because I don't want to lose people unless you really have to. Probably just send the just send in the battleship group. To be totally honest, they're probably more than capable of dealing with them themselves. So let's send these guys home already. On the long trek home, I might add. Alright, you got some repairs in. Let's refit and RTB. Alright, you're still being repaired, but it takes a long ass time to repair for whatever reason. Because I'm pausing the game. Yeah, sometimes. You're just sitting there being stupid, you know? Oh dear. Thank you. You can also head back.
Construction complete.
Recently been forced to scrap most of our technical equipment due to major malfunction. What materials and scrap you have any use to you by chance? Well, we'll repair it for you. So much faster than the other guys. A damn gale speed. They're supposed to be the slow group, but they're just blazing through the cosmos. Oh well.
We have mastered a new technology.
Yes, yes. Capacity boosters. Alright, was wondering something. You're still not satisfied with the stratified society, however... leader enhancement. We have selected lineages and you're still not happy about that? Okay.
Construction complete.
Apparently they really want to have slaves, which, you know, we kind of don't. Well, thanks for showing up, I guess. Actually, you have something to do here. Alright, now you can return to base, though. Alright, does anyone respect us, you know, for dealing with Carnot? No? I mean, those guys are probably rather close to just being completely wiped out, so... I should be thankful, but I have a feeling they're not. They have exactly one planet, the Carnot. Okay. What? Speaking of respect. God damn, you guys are fucking annoying with your "Oh, we want to close our borders now." Why? What have we freaking done to you? Seriously, what are we freaking done to you? Oh, it's not those guys, it's Confederacy. Alright, I was just wondering. Because those clearly have no reason to have any issues with us. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna offer them another crazy trade deal. Can't do too many more of these though. Just so they keep their path open here until we've managed to get back with all our ships, you know? Because that one very interesting system does actually not belong to our buddies, which is a bit of a bummer. The situation would be much easier if they had full control over the entire quadrant there. But they don't. Anyway, let's speed this up a little. We got so many jobs here. Does anyone want to move over? Well, we got jobs everywhere, so we're clearly not lacking for jobs at this point. Well, apparently we needed a little bit of a boost, so let's encourage planetary growth by, I guess, I imagine my advisors are trying to throw cakes at people. I think is kind of what I think we're doing here. So let's add another planetary feature to all our planets. What we get there, we don't plan on building anything in the near future there anyway. So, it's fine. Well, that's you guys. Alright.
We have mastered a new
Command
technology.
center here. Ooh, Titans! But I like minerals. Alright. Still haven't gotten anything with administrative capacity in the last decades.
Debris analyzed.
Is a bit of a shame. Loud lightning
Construction
conduits.
complete.
Yeah.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
So arid highlands, orange
Construction
caverns,
complete.
and bountiful plains. Well, we got new planetary features, which kind of influence how
System
many
survey
buildings of each type we can get and all. You can take a look at that by looking at this here. We can see, let's say, we had new bountiful plains, so we can have another agriculture district that we could build. So far it's not particularly critical for us. Let's improve one of those. We need more rare crystals, huh? Buy another one.
We have mastered a new technology.
Now the ships are returning our energy. Our energy issues are also going away a little bit, which I enjoy. Because we did have a pretty crazy time there for a little while. Who are you? Who do you belong to? I'm guessing someone was ordering a battleship for some group, but so far I'm unable to ascertain which one of these groups. So I guess you're gonna merge and then upgrade.
Construction complete.
I wanted to, you know, breach the shroud, so let's start with that. I've been psionics for over half a century at this point, but haven't breached the shroud yet. It's a little bit of a shame, to be totally honest. All right. Okay. Well, you can make your way back here. Let's use experimental subspace navigation. As I said, the ship just disappears, and then at some point in a few years, it's actually gonna suddenly resurface here. Don't ask me how it works. I didn't invent it.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Right. Let's give these guys a few more cruisers. Further remove that. Add another one of those. Add another one of those.
We have mastered a new technology. We have mastered a new technology.
We're now getting to the point where we get sometimes offered repeatable technologies like this high density munitions here and the applied superconductivity that I chose here, just because we have some energy issues right now. We'll be able to repeat them ad infinitum, and they always get a little bit more expensive, but we will have the opportunity to do that in the future.
Xenomongrels have declared war on each other.
Okay, they are fighting these guys. They have way more space and possibly also way more planets than the Carnet, but actually my money would be on the Carnet further expanding, because they got tech and they're way too much spread out that I'm not sure if their fleets are going to be at the place to even react properly, so... Alright, could we get something with administrative capacity soon? Because I'd really like to colonize the habitat here and then also the arid world over there. I'm currently just holding back on that because I would really not slow down our research at this crucial juncture. Because it's going along really splendidly. Well, let's hope the situation improves. Or we need to go and sell even more of our precious alloy. It's a bit of a shame, really. A lot of the costs on ships.
Construction complete.
Well,
Special project complete.
After days of being locked in an hypnotic trance, our psychics in the Conclave have finally managed to open a brief gateway to the Shroud. Now that we've established an initial psionic link, we will be able to access the Shroud through the context menu in the future. To make any kind of meaningful forays into the realm and meet the beings who dwell there, we will likely have to make use of special psionic emitters to extend our psychic reach. This will consume a tremendous amount of energy. Okay. Then we'll reach in and see what we find. Let's reach into there. Vision is hazy and indistinct, but there can be no question. It's our capital. The great cities look different yet familiar, even though the obscuring wall of flames and smoke. Thousands, no millions of mutilated bodies litter the streets, all of them Panuri. The stench of decay is unbearable. Your future. Nothing living remains in the ruins. In the sky above, massive orbital installations trailing smoke have begun a slow and inevitable descent towards the planet. We're witnessing one possible future out of many. Not one of many. It shall come to pass. As sure as the sun rises, it's your destiny. Vision ends as quickly as it began, leaving behind the miasma of swirling psychic energies. We can now do various things. Like channel the energies into an avatar. Why not? Powerful energies of the shroud have been successfully channeled into psionic avatar under our control. When avatar has coalesced into a spacefaring entity in orbit over Xavasia. Okay. Now we got a psionic avatar, which is sorta a spaceship, kinda. But it's not a particularly good one, I might say, because it has pretty impressive shield powers, but it got no armor, and also it got almost no hull points compared to the insane amount of shields that it has. If you run into any enemy with shield-piercing weapons, that thing is toast pretty quickly. And a lot of weapons are pretty effective against shields, so it's kind of a
construction
meh
complete.
ship, as far as I'm considered. However, which is a nice touch that we can play around with that already, it actually has a Psi jump drive that we're gonna research at some point, hopefully, where we can basically just teleport that ship around. Like, let's demonstrate that. It was just there, and whee! It's way over here suddenly, which is pretty impressive. However, doing that also comes with some disadvantages, because after that you have to recharge it, and then you can fire less effectively, and also the ship is slower, so you don't want to overdo it. But
Construction
it's pretty neat. Can probably help defend our border down here. I doubt I'm gonna take it into battle unless unless I really feel I need to, because while it's pretty impressive in terms of combat strength for the amount of support that it eats up, it's very vulnerable. So unless it has escorts and some targets eating fire, it's not going to survive for very long. But okay, we can reach into the Shroud now. What can happen there is a little bit random and is technically very much abusable by safe game scumming. I'll try to avoid it unless something really bad happens randomly, because I don't want to reload all the time, you know? Just sometimes. Alright.
We have mastered a new technology.
Yay, better armor. Go with that. I guess we're also gonna get that so that it doesn't get offered anymore. I'm not sure if it's locking something behind it, but not saying I need it, but it just gets it feels like the game offers it to me all the time, and I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna get it now, just so that you don't have to offer it to me anymore. Alright, got that, and we got a new Ascension perk. Again, same issue as last time. We haven't really gotten anything new, except we can now technically qualify for Voidborn. which would also enable us to qualify for master builders, but we're not using our habitat, we've only built one, so I can just leave it unassigned, I guess. If you're wondering what this point is about, it's about this relic of the Khan's throne that we found recently. We can spend influence to activate it, and then we can claim influence. Then we can claim systems cheaper, which I've never demonstrated because I've never used it against these guys. And we also get slight bonuses to combat. So if we need an additional boost, then we can do it that way. Well, these guys appear to be in war with someone? No, apparently they're not fighting. Just letting some people pass through. Only there's some people that they haven't been able to piss off. Yeah. Was that these guys, and they have taken over quite a few systems. Well, those guys are probably gonna not be around for very much longer, I'm afraid. Unless someone steps in to help them. But also it wouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Because if they lose their last planet, they also lose their systems over here, so my buddy could take them over. So, I currently have financial issues, but we're still gonna support you. So we're just gonna sell some of our surplus consumer goods. And food. Alright, that ship is resurfaced. But we continue to assist research. The Awakening of the Khanate was kind of a event that can only start when the mid-game starts, so if you're wondering, whoa, that was really powerful, I'm not sure if me playing the game would be able to handle it in any capacity. You can basically set when this can start happening by setting your mid-game start here to something later. I think I didn't adjust the mid-game start much, but I did adjust the end-game start just a little bit because the default I think is just cray-cray. Also, you can save games combat if you really want, because the chance of it happening is random and it's being evaluated every year, so it's possible that if you reload an earlier save, it might not trigger at the same time, and then happen like a few decades later, which might give you enough time to prepare for something like this happening. But I have always seen it to happen if I had a game where we had marauders, that there always was kind of a Khanate, and then they coalesced into an empire. You can only avoid it if you somehow are able to take out the Khanate while it's still being just some marauders that regularly try to just raid people, which we haven't really seen because they're very far away from us. But assigned society leader, you're gonna be a society leader, and you are gonna be that guy. But at that point where the Khanate is rising, you probably don't have the fleet and firepower to even just deal with the Marauder empires. But that is a way to avoid them from becoming crazy big like they managed to get here. So, wow. Not sure what happened the first time when they got defeated in Olum. I really don't know what happened there. Maybe there was some powerful space entity there that was powerful enough to deal with them, but I don't really see that happening, honestly. Even like a really dense hub of stuff, like this mining unit hub here is not being able to deal with a Carnate fleet of like a strength of 14k, so not quite sure what happened there. Alright, we might need some more consumer goods, so let's upgrade one more here. Alright, just still waiting for some more people to show up. Let's speed this up a little bit, I guess. Also still waiting for some more administrative efficiency research. Administrative capacity. Let's call it ADM. Well. Because that would really help us, you know. Being able to get another planet, getting something to do, also colonizing that habitat, then reorganizing that sector here so that sector becomes more efficient. And all that, but right now we're just, you know, waiting for the game to give us some more ADM. Would be real nice. We don't really need to expand further because we got a whole swath of planets that we could just colonize at any point. We just need the administrative capacity, please. Thank you.
We have mastered a new technology.
Well, apparently you're not gonna give me that.
We have mastered a new technology.
Auto research is pretty decent. Like, this is a decent level tech for where we are right now, and we're still researching it in less than a year. Pretty good. But, you know, it could be way better, but it didn't quite explode like you can you can sometimes. And we're still horribly outpacing everyone else at this point. Like, the Ravages here, they're inferior. Some of the others are even pathetic at this point. So, we're in a pretty decent spot, I'd say.
We have
now we don't have to worry about the Carnate anymore. It's also pretty good. Let's get that. Let's just keep it open, I guess, because it tends to be we tend to be clicking through research so often anyway. So let's get that.
We have mastered a new technology.
Yeah. Hey, look who's offering administrative capacity. Well, it's a bit expensive, but I'll take it. Hooray! Wow. I don't even know where to begin now. I guess we're gonna colonize this planet now. And also that habitat here. Then we're just gonna dissolve this sector. Then build a new sector starting from here, which is gonna encompass everything this sector had, plus the systems here. So then we're gonna be in a pretty decent spot with our secondary sector. And we can contact the Shroud again. It always costs a bit of energy to do that, but Probably worth doing it anyway. I don't know. Bunak de Kirak. Okay, and then we're now able to perform limited field repairs, I guess. Okay. Need to buy some more rare crystals off the market.
We have mastered a new technology. Construction complete.
Sure, we can donate. Yay, more unity. We're finally going into the final tradition, domination.
We have mastered a new technology.
Alrighty. So why the Lurite unity suddenly decides to close borders? Let's try and salvage the situation a little bit. Send 10 of those, that's already quite a bit. And then a few more minerals. Here. Cool.
One of our stations is under attack.
Oh, neat. Alarming reports are coming in from some of our traders. Since we've developed space travel, violent fringe groups on Selvasia have departed our homeworld in increasing numbers, burning the peaceful ways of our society. Those misguided individuals call themselves the Cursed Ones, and have converted several civilian vessels into warships. Living as pirates, they now prey on our vulnerable trade routes in the Okko system, and their wanton attacks have led to many deaths. Drastic measures may be needed to protect our people. Well, it took us 150 years to invent space piracy. Apparently, at some point, this just was too much here. They were just getting back to it, though. So apparently, those guys need more ships. Maybe we should just dissolve a patrol down here because it's not really our territory anyway. So let's do that. Let's just not change anything. Let's just send these guys here. And
we have mastered a new technology.
Let's have these guys take care of those. I don't want to build new corvettes at this point, unless I have to. And our corvettes are able to deal with the pirates anyway.
Colonization efforts begun. Colonization efforts begun.
Alright. At some point I could debate just putting down an improved space station here, because systems where you have those, you're not gonna have piracy issues. And how much piracy is there depends on how much trade goods flow through there, and since everything has to go back to our capital, basically everything from everywhere around here is being funneled through this small corridor, which is probably the reason for why we suddenly had piracy here now. Just wait here. Search. Well, the Crown Prince is leveled up. We've had that ruler for quite a while, actually. And he managed to get to level 7, which is decent. Well, we don't have an immortal God Emperor yet. We're working on it, though. There's a pretty decent chance that we're gonna get an immortal God Emperor.
We have claimed a new world for our people.
Alright, so that habitat is down. Habitats are a little bit different than planet-side colonies because you can build only a few districts, but they house a little more jobs. The buildings in here are basically the same, but other than that, as far as I think, the best way to utilize habitats is actually to make them kind of production facilities for strategic resources. Because you can construct strategic resources just by investing lots of minerals into that. But planet-side, your populace probably has better things to do than have a few dudes in just one building eating up minerals, producing something. So, but those are pretty good for that. But let's start with just a trade district for now, so that the people have something to do. And then a habitation district. They should keep them floating for a while. Alright, let's buy a few more of those.
We have mastered a new technology.
Okay, now that we got that habitat, we're actually gonna delete this sector. And go here, create a brand new one. Already have a leader for it. And now, voila! Basically have all of this in our new sector now, so all the bonuses of the governor work. We just had to create something here in between that. Nice. Normally I'd be totally cool with mega structure restoration, but we don't have a mega structure that we want to restore. I'm gonna get it anyway. Sometimes you can find abandoned megastructures that don't work quite yet in the special system that you unlock with your precursor chain. We didn't have one that has one of the megastructures, so we didn't get to experience that, but there is a potential for that at least.
Construction complete.
But we'll be able to build our own megastructures rather soon, so we'll get to that too. Alright, so people are pretty happy, especially
We have claimed a new world
Defensive
for our
Readiness Center, because we haven't been at hashtag war for 50 years. That whole Khanate thing, you know, wasn't a war, you know, it was just fighting a rising Khanate, but not war. I'd actually like to get some minerals, even though we only have 4 possible districts here. Because long term we're not gonna need too much energy planet side, but minerals is something that we can only get planet side, so I'd rather have them build minerals here, because we are kind of just being on the bare edge of what we need. So let's build that. Not.
We have mastered a new technology.
And our ADM has gone higher. Ha! Great. That. Now we're suddenly at 0 restrictions anymore. We even have 2 points, but with the districts that we're building at on your planet, we are getting at exactly 135. So why are you breaking non-aggression treaties all of a sudden, guys? What's your deal? Still have pretty positive relations. I'm not sure why you suddenly need to be that way. Guys. I'm gonna give you a few alloys, but only a few. Jesus. Anyone else that seems likely to run out of our non-aggression treaties? They have a cautious attitude towards us. It's not that I'm afraid of going to war with these guys. It's really not that. I just don't want to have a war because my people are just gonna go bullshit. So
We have mastered a new technology.
if it costs me a little bit in the short term, I'm perfectly fine with just handing out resources just to reduce the likelihood that some crazy idiot starts declaring war on us for really no discernible reason. These two seem to be coming up again and again, even though they're rare texts, and I really don't want either of those, but I'm gonna research them now because it's starting to annoy me. I'm really not a fan of planetary shield generator, because when you get to the point that your own planets are getting bombarded, it's unlikely. You're probably not in a very good situation to begin with. So I find this to be way circumstantial. But obviously some opponents are very fond of building this everywhere, that if you have to bombard them, you just have to take forever to take them down, because they just have
Construction
millions
complete.
of soldiers and bombardment shields and all that stuff. All right, good. You what? Guess we can build another farm. We're going over the ADM limit, which is something I don't like very much, but we're about to step over that at some point anyway.
We have mastered a new technology.
Alright. Let's get a Citadel of Faith. So we got new tech. Let's get star bases, I guess. And particle lands. But since we're now slowly going to the repeatable tech cycle, we are gonna be getting plus administrative capacity research much more frequently now. So that's not gonna be a problem for too much longer, and we'll be able to expand. Probably very soon, be able to take control of one of the planets here. Probably starting with this one. Although, does any one of you have decent minerals? This one actually has decent minerals. We'll change. This one too. It's the smallest of those, but I do like the minerals right now. Well, let's actually wrap this up right here. We've dealt with the Khanate. We can also contact the Shroud again as first thing next time. And then we'll see where to go from there. But we'll see that next time. Have a good one.